Hey, I'm Hyper Joe, and I've transformed my physique from this to this in only 1 year of training. And in this video, I'll tell you what the most important muscle groups are for building an aesthetic physique. Now, a lot of people go to a gym for different goals. For example, some of the people that go to a gym train only for size, others only train for strength. But there's also a part of those people who train for aesthetics. And while the bodybuilder who trains for size might be bigger than the bodybuilder who trains for aesthetics, overall he still looks worse. And that's because the guy training for aesthetics has the muscle in the right place. Basically, he has good proportions. He knows what muscle groups to prioritize and what to not. And proportions are one of the most important factors in aesthetics. And to be able to have good proportions, you need to know what muscle groups to prioritize. So I'm going to tell you the most aesthetic muscle groups that you should prioritize over the others. Just a disclaimer, no, I'm not telling you to not train the others. Still train them very hard, but don't neglect them. But prioritize these muscle groups over the others if you're training for aesthetics. Now, the side delts gives you an aesthetic physique by widening your frame. And it enhances your V-taper, and it's very important in building a V-taper. The V-taper is one of the most important factors for building aesthetics. And that's how you'd want to focus on the side delts. Because people who have big side delts compared to their front delts look better than those who have big front delts and neglect their side delts. The side delts is the most important part of the shoulder for aesthetics. And of course, you'd want to also prioritize your abs, because of course you can't think of a single guy who has an aesthetic physique without him having abs. And to get abs, of course, you just have to be lean and you just have to train them. And of course, the most important factor in having abs is being lean. The third muscle group you want to prioritize is the lats. That's because the lats also enhance the V-taper, and it's the base of the V-taper at the bottom of your physique, and it makes your frame look wider. And of course, from a back POV, the lats look very good. That's why most guys who train for aesthetics prioritize the lats. Moving on is the biceps. Having big biceps that fits your sleeves can look very good. And just having a bicep vein just looks aesthetic overall. And that's enough reason to have to prioritize them. Now moving on to the fifth muscle group, which is the upper chest. Upper chest is very important for aesthetics because it keeps your chest looking full and huge. And if you neglect the upper chest, you'll have a chest that looks saggy. And that's why I recommend doing incline pressing before flat pressing every time. Having a saggy looking chest doesn't look good at all. And the upper chest is a major weak point for many bodybuilders. So that's why you should prioritize them. And that's basically all the muscle groups you need to prioritize. Of course, there are other muscle groups like the triceps, which you need to train very hard because they keep your arm looking full, unflexed, and because they make up the majority of your upper arm. And you also need to train your upper traps because they keep you looking good from an upper body perspective. I just mentioned the most important muscle groups for building an aesthetic physique. Not every necessary muscle group. That doesn't mean that you should neglect the other muscle groups. And yeah, that's basically it. Hope this video helps. Good luck and enjoy.